Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy. I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
Well, it seems like we've got to get after Amy, but ooh, look, a security card. Welcome back to Sonic Adventure. I am Skull902. This is part 4, and it looks like Sonic's gonna be taking a bit of a fucking detour when he should be looking for Amy. We're about to go into probably my favorite level in the game, Speed Highway, but if I can just, like, you know, set aside some time to talk about how really irresponsible it seems like the characters are being in this last little bit of the game, because first we have Amy getting completely and totally distracted by the Twinkle Park advertisement, and then we have Sonic here, you know, getting completely and totally distracted by that security card. Really, Speed Highway serves no purpose in the story of the game. It's just a cool level. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It does serve a purpose, but not to Sonic. It serves a purpose to the other playable character in this level, Tails. I just find it kind of funny that he was like, "Oh man, I need to get to Amy," and then like he sees the card and is just like, "Oh well, I guess I can go for a bit of a joyride first," you know. But about Speed Highway itself, it's got, you know, all the thrills and chills, and once again, it does have a nice big set piece to separate itself from the other levels in the game. In fact, we're about to get to it pretty gosh darn soon. It's really fun though, you know. It's got multiple pathways and you know, nice secret hidden shit like this. There are a ton of ways that you can potentially tackle this level, and that's what makes it one of the most fun in Sonic Adventure. Here's this set piece that I was talking about. But I guess something else about it that makes it a bit special is that this was the first level, whether Sega intended for it to be or not, that anybody became aware of in some way or another. Somehow a screenshot got leaked onto the internet back in 1998 when they were developing this one, and it was just a shot of like the highway at the beginning of the level with Sonic running along, but the image was so small and you know, of poor quality as per you know, internet pictures back then, and really pictures on computers in general back then, that people actually assumed that it was some completely unrelated motorcycle game. I find that kind of amusing. But no siree, this is no motorcycle game. This is Sonic Adventure, and Speed Highway is one of the best levels in Sonic Adventure. A fun fucking thrill ride with some awesome set pieces, and once again, the music really bangs. You know, it's just fucking great. What can I say? It's fucking great. Even if Sonic is completely irresponsible and should be looking for Amy right now.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh, Sonic. You distracted boy. Alright, well, guess we can finally go off and look for her, eh? You know, since the whole night has passed. He did no active looking for her throughout the whole night. I don't know why I keep harping on about this. I just find it kind of amusing. But we're about to run into her, so have a look.
Amy? Oh man, where can she be?
Ah! Sonic! Help!
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins.
Okay, so fun fact about this. Before then, the train workers were on strike, And they just magically aren't on strike anymore, since Sonic needs to save Amy, so that's pretty amusing.
Let me go, you hunk of junk! I mean it!
Hey there, Bolt Brain! You better give Amy to me or I'll squash ya! Hey, what's happening here? Stop!
Sonic, help me!
Shoot! I've lost her again!
You know, Sonic, both times you really could have jumped into the tractor beam. I'm just saying, man. You're not really thinking throughout this whole thing. Perhaps you need Tails with you. I hope that you two reunite pretty soon. But before we head off into the next level, there's a monkey guarding it, so we gotta get this power up.
This is the ancient light. Try the lightspeed dash toward the enemy. With this, you can now do the lightspeed attack.
So, not only can we trail across rings now, but the lightspeed power-up can be used offensively as an attack, and booyah, motherfucker. It works a lot better in SA1 than it does in SA2, I find. I hardly ever use the move in SA2. But there's the egg carrier, and we need to chase after it, so let's fucking get to it, man. In Red Mountain. So, Red Mountain's a pretty snazzy level. It's along a mountain, as you would fucking expect by the name. Silly ass me. But, you know, again, it's just another fun bit. As far as memorable set pieces for this one are concerned, I'm actually kind of struggling to come up with something. Unless if it's maybe this. I mean, it could be. You know, all the zip lines. But that would be like a really subtle one. Nevertheless, again, like, the people who made this game just knew what the fuck they were doing, man. It's an incredibly fun level. You got all these trappings here and whatnot. And I'm basically just repeating the same commentary all throughout every level, but with the language slightly changed. Why are you guys listening to me? But I kid. So something else that I guess that I can mention here is, you know, I brought it up. There are story elements in the hub. In the hub worlds. I mentioned the train guys being on strike. The train guys. The train station workers. And then we also gave a bit of a talking to that creepy fucking jerk who cheats on all of his girlfriends. That's an actual side story in this game. But, I mean, like, it's another thing that makes this game interesting, actually, is that all the NPCs that you can talk to, or at least most of them, have some kind of, like, progressive story going on throughout your own adventure. So you can find them in the hubs and, you know, check up on them. It's really only that much of a thing in Station Square because there aren't human NPCs in the Egg Carrier, and there are in the Mystic Ruins, but it's pretty much confined to just one story there. But, you know, we got the guy who cheats on his spouses. There's a lady at the burger shop who I think actually works the mail desk. But she has a crush on the guy who works at the burger shop, right? And so if you keep checking in on her, she'll get more and more confident before it's like revealed eventually that they got a date. So that all happens regardless, whether or not you check in on them. But I just find that, like, it really helps the world building in this, and not a lot of Sonic games do that sort of thing. It's something that I really appreciate because it fleshes the world out a little bit more, even if it is only just a little bit. But it's a very interesting touch, and I quite like it. Also, Red Mountain's a good level, but I said that before, so yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Hey, Sonic!
Tails, I'm glad you're okay. Ready to roll, champ? Let's go!
Roger!
And now it's time for Sky Chase Act 2 and Tails' new prototype. The Tornado 2 or whatever. In fact, it is the Tornado 2, you can see it in the corner there. Actually, since the bar is different, I guess this would be a good time to talk now. I am playing Sonic Adventure on Steam, but I also have it modded with better SADX. And this is one of the changes that you can optionally have here is a separate health bar for the Tornado 2 in the Sky Chase Act 2. I think that's really cool. They didn't have to do that. Like, they didn't have to distinguish the plane or make the health bar blue, but they did. And you know what? That's, good on those guys. Whoever worked on the mod in order to do that. But better SADX is basically a quality of life improvement to Sonic Adventure for Steam. And the reason why is because with each successive port of Sonic Adventure, for whatever reason, Sega keeps deciding to port the ports instead of porting the original version over to whatever they want to release it on.
Haha! So far, so good!
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet! Watch this! Transforming now! Whoa! Let's do it!
Okay, so back to what I was saying before. That can introduce new glitches and stuff when you do that sort of thing. So basically, better SADX, while it doesn't make the game completely glitch free, it is still a fairly glitchy game, right? It does its best to make it more like the North American Dreamcast version in terms of that, because the Dreamcast version was pretty solid. Again, the Western release. So the NTSC-U and PAL versions. Not so much the Japanese version, because they did rush that one out to release. And in fact, they later re-released the Western version of Sonic Adventure in Japan under the title Sonic Adventure International, because that's how much shit that they fixed in the game. To take care of glitches and whatnot. And I kind of have to wonder, if the original Japanese release is what they ported to the GameCube. Who knows? But now we're damn near at the end of Sky Chase Act 2 here. This is a bit of a boss. He's easy, though I was internally freaking out because my health is very low. I don't usually actually play these levels, so you know, I was a bit rusty at like actually giving a shit and trying, but thankfully I was able to make it through despite the low health. And that'll be it for this part. Next time, we're going to go take on the defenses of the egg carrier in Sonic Adventure DX. I have been Skull902. Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day.